What's up, everybody? Just when you think you've heard it all, y'all check this out.
Good afternoon. I'm Lauren McCoy.
And I'm Liz Reyes. The Jefferson Parish coroner says a preliminary autopsy shows 6-year-old Bella Fontaine died of manual strangulation with blunt force injuries to the head. Meanwhile, the woman accused of her death is now in jail, booked with her murder.
And the horrific killing left the Harahan neighborhood in shock, but police say their investigation is far from over. Natasha Robert explains.
She had the biggest smile. It seemed to be, she was the first one that would approach you, and share and just giggle and how you doing.
The Harahan community is still reeling from the tragic death of 6-year-old Bella Fontaine.
And I would see the little girl and her older sister out in the driveway playing many times, riding their little bikes, and the mother would sit out there with them. The grandmother and grandfather would sit out there with them, and it was just so beautiful to watch them.
Investigators say her father's girlfriend, Hanna Landon, also known as Bunnick Landon, killed little Bella, stuffed her in a 10-gallon chlorine bucket, and left it on her mother's front lawn late Tuesday night. The sheriff's office says it recovered surveillance video showing Landon walking down the street that night with a wagon in tow, carrying the bucket. She's now booked with first-degree murder and obstruction of justice and is being held without bond.
We've been a small bedroom community for years. We average a murder once every 3.5, 4 years. And it's a tragic thing.
Harahan Police Chief Edward LaPrey says just after midnight, early Wednesday morning, Landon came into the Harahan police station asking for help.
Officer spoke to her. She seemed a little bit out of it. And they called to have her, she was asking for a transport. So they called for an ambulance to come pick her up. And once the ambulance came and picked her up, they transported her to a local hospital to be evaluated.
And that's where police say they eventually located and arrested her for murder. People who live near Bella's mother say they're in shock.
I thought everything was all American, as you would say. I know she was working through a stressful divorce. She did share that. But it seemed to be, she was okay with it. I mean, she seemed to be moving forward with that situation.
But court documents show there was conflict between the mother and Landon or Lim dating back to 2021. In one incident, court documents show the two women got into a physical confrontation during a swim meet for one of the kids, and Bella's father had to intervene. In another incident, the two seemed to scuffle during a soccer game. Chief LaPrey says the investigation into the little girl's murder is far from over.
We're going to work to the end to try to make sure we get a conviction. This is a small baby, and any family would be devastated. I can only imagine what the mother and father is going through right now.
When it happens 2 doors down from your house, and you look outside and you see multiple policemen, it is like, what in the world is going on here?
People who live in this neighborhood still cannot believe what happened, but they say they're leaning on each other to cope with the tragedy. In Harahan, Natasha Robin, Fox 8, Local First.
I thought I hadn't just heard it all just last month when I heard about the boy throwing his son into a pond, and the police officers found the baby in the mouth of a damn alligator. I ain't never heard no shit like that before. Never. I mean, I thought that was just some of the sickest shit that I ever heard. But to hear something like this lady chokes and beat a little girl to death, put her in a 10-gallon bucket, and take her to her mama and daddy house and leave her on the front yard. Could you imagine some shit like that? I mean, good thing is they got her in custody and they got her on video, so it ain't no, she should plead guilty. But I often ask my man Big Bad Harold, what do you do with people like this? Sometimes you hear kids go out here and commit these crazy crimes and just some heinous crime, just some sick shit. What do you do with a person like that? I mean, in my opinion, this woman does not deserve one more act of kindness. Not one. I mean, not one. She don't deserve a phone call from her family, a letter from her family, to know how her people are doing on the outside, because more than likely she's going to spend the rest of her life in prison. I don't know if they give, Christmas meals in prison or, Thanksgiving meals in prison. Why does this woman deserve some shit like that? I mean, that's a question that I'm asking to y'all. When people do this foolish, this sick shit, I mean, damn. Because she's going to try to save her own life. And more than likely, the courts allow her to spend the rest of her life in prison. But that ain't fair, and I don't think that's justice for doing some shit like that. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Until the next time, please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all live right, play fair. Holla at me.